So these are the games that I've been playing recently. Now some of you might be thinking, why whenever RPK makes these videos where he talks about the games that he's been playing recently, why does he never show Dreamcast games or Wii games or original Xbox games or Atari 8-bit games, etc.? Because I do own all of those systems. Well, I'm going to make a video explaining why that is. But yeah, today I thought I would talk about the games that I've been playing recently. So let's start off with WRC III. Just an absolutely amazing rally game. You know, it's like an official World Rally Championship game, so you've got like the official cars in it, the official tracks. So I've properly played WRC, WRC II and WRC III, and they are just amazing rally games, just so much fun to play. I'd say WRC and WRC II and WRC III, I'd say they're probably all about as good as each other, I think. I do have all of the other WRC games for the PS2 except for one. I think it might be 4. I've not played the others properly yet, but I'm guessing I'll probably really like those as well. It's just a lot of fun just driving really fast through dirt tracks and everything. You can hear all the gravel under your car, you know, sometimes splash through water, your car gets dirty and everything. And you know, even today when you play this game on a CRT, the graphics just look so crisp and sharp and very detailed. Even though on a technical level the graphics are nowhere near as good as what you get with today's games, the game is still very nice to look at. You know, it doesn't look ugly or anything, it's not blocky. And if it is jagged, then it's not really that much, because it's not really something that I notice. You know, I think even today it's still a nice looking game. You know, it's still nice to look at, it's colourful, it's crisp, you know, it's full of a lot of detail. It's overall it's just a really, really great game. Next up is Driver 3. Now yeah, today the graphics for this game, you know, not only are they not that great on a technical level, they're not that great to look at anymore. You know, with this, they're still really nice to look at, it's still a nice looking game, even though it looks nowhere near as good as what you get with today's games. But this does look pretty terrible today. It is kind of jagged looking, you know, it's very ropey looking. It's very clunky to play as well. I think even for the time, it was a very clunky game. But I still enjoy it, you know. I'm currently playing through the missions all over again. I'm not that far into the game, but already it's pretty damned difficult. And if you didn't know what Driver 3 is, it's basically like a GTA game. You know, you can drive around in a city, you can get out of your car, you can get into other vehicles and stuff, you do missions. You can walk about on foot and shoot people and stuff. It's yeah, it's a fairly fun game. Next up is Doom 3 BFG edition for the PS3. Now also on this is Doom 1 and 2. I've not played Doom 2 and 3 yet. I'm just playing Doom 1 at the moment. Either once I've finished the first Doom, or just when I feel like it, I'll then play the second Doom, and then I'll play the third Doom. But yeah, it's a pretty good game. You know, I think Doom came out in 1993, and for the time, you know, today the graphics just don't look that great at all, but for the time, you know, the graphics are quite impressive. You know, most people in 1993, they still had like Mega Drives, Super Nintendos, you know, Atari ST, Amiga, 16-bit systems. And yeah, it's very easy to end up going around in circles over and over and over again in this game, because with a lot of the levels, or maybe it's all of the levels, everything just kind of looks the same in the level. Or a lot of the rooms and the corridors and stuff, they look very, very similar to each other. So it's hard to know where you've already been and where you've not been yet. So you can just end up walking around or running around in circles over and over and over again and not really being able to make any progress. So that's a bit frustrating. You do have a map, but I find that it doesn't really help me that much. But overall, you know, I find it quite fun. It's a very, very early first-person shooter. When I first started playing this, it felt very weird not being able to look up and not being able to look down and not being able to reload your weapons, but now I'm just totally used to that. And then lastly, we have another first-person shooter. This is Bioshock for the PlayStation 3. Now this is probably one of the best examples of video games being art. It's just the art style of the game is just on another level. It's really, really great. The game is quite fun. At first I was enjoying it quite a lot. Now I'm not enjoying it as much for some reason, but it's still early days yet. I've not been playing this game for that long, so I could end up really liking the game, or eventually I might think, you know something, it's not really for me. I'm not really sure. Like the first part of this game, it's really, really creepy. Now it's not as creepy anymore. Where am I now? I can't remember what the place is called, but it's kind of like indoor gardens, something like that. I don't know if I'm explaining that well or not. It's just yeah, the environments are really weird and interesting. It's a very, very well made, high quality game. So yeah, so these are all the games I've been playing recently. We have Bioshock, the first Doom, Driver 3 and WRC 3. Thanks for watching.